Hello there, Cardinals. It's me, Mr. Ernst, and today we're going to be talking about how to get slope from a table. So we've been getting slope from a graph so far, and today we're going to be looking at how to get it from a table. First things first, our slope is still going to be found by finding the change in y over the change in x. Now, beforehand, we had done an example where I had given you guys 2 points like 0, 0, and 1, 2. And we looked at these values as our y's, so we found our change in y this way. And we looked at this side as our x's, and we found our change in x this way. So, for example, this one would be change in y was a 2, and the change in x was a 1. So the slope in this case would have been 2 over 1. We're actually going to be solving these tables in the exact same way, because all tables are a series of points. This is a point on the line, 0, 4. This is a point on the line, 1, 6. This is a point, and this is a point. So this is just 4 points that are just all kind of organized in this table here. Just like beforehand, I can pick any 2 of these points, like this one, and I can find the slope. So how did this change going from 4 to 6? Well, it added 2. So there's my change in y. My y is changing by 2 each time. How much is my x value changing by? When I go from 0 to 1, it goes up by 1. When it goes from 1 to 2, it goes up by 1. And when it goes from 2 to 3, it also goes up by 1. So as you can see, my change in y is going to be 2 over, and my change in x is simply going to be the number 1. And there's my slope for this table. Let's take a look. Whoopsies. Let's take a look at another example. Here's another table. Once again, we want our change in y over our change in x. Now, I told you can use any 2 points. This time I'm going to be using these 2 and these 2. As long as I keep the pairs together, it doesn't matter which pair I use. I do have to keep the pairs together. So, for example, I can do 7 to 13, but I can't do these ones. So see how this one skips 1 and this one goes right there? I have to keep them both going to the same 1. So like this would work. Anyways, so let's take a look at this. We're going to jump from 7 all the way up to 13. How much did it change by? It changed by going up by 6. On this side, once again, we're going to jump from 0 to the 4. Again, we can choose any of these points, so I'm picking this point and this point. From 0 to 4, it is adding 4. And so my slope is going to be my change in y, which is 6, over my change in x, which is 4. Now, this can be simplified. 6 over 4, they both can be divided by 2. So I can simplify this slope out here. Divide by 2, which gives me 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3 over 2. Oops. And that would be my final slope. This one would also work. This is just the simplified version, so either one of these would work for that, okay? One more example. In this one, once again, we're going to look for our change in y. How much is my y value changing by each time it goes up? From 0 to 4, from 4 to 8, we are adding 4, and from 8 to 12, we are adding 4. So my change in y is going to be plus 4. For my x value, again, I don't need to do all of these. I'm just kind of showing you the pattern here. I could literally just grab one of these and say, okay, from 6 to 4, this one is actually going to be a minus 2 because it dropped. From 6 to 4, it went down by 2. So this is going to be negative. So my change in y was 4 over my change in x, which was negative 2. And that would be my slope, 4 over negative 2. So in other words, this line is going to be pointed down. But yeah, that's how you find slope for a table. If you guys need any help, please feel free to reach out, and I will see you soon. Bye.